Howdy folks, this is Tony here, bringing you my opinion of the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. Now, I just want to start by saying I am extremely delighted that the jury decided that he was not guilty, because the fact of the matter is he was just acting in self-defense. You had a mob of people trying to kill him. He took his rifle, exercised his Second Amendment right, and he neutralized the threat. That is the perfect response. It's not like after he defended himself, he then went on a shooting spree, shooting anybody that was just in the group. He only defended himself from the exact people trying to attack him. That is the way you get it done, folks. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Now, unfortunately, you have a lot of politicians like Joe Biden who like to try to make this racial. But here's the thing. Race has nothing to do with it. Just because somebody has a rifle does not mean they are a white supremacist. The Lumbee Indians defended themselves from the KKK in the Battle of Hayes Pond, and they had rifles. Were they white supremacists? How about the rooftop Koreans in California in the riots who were just defending their property? Were they white supremacists? There are examples all throughout history of people other than European Americans with rifles defending themselves. I don't understand why self-defense has to be racialized when we all have a right to live. So it just doesn't make any sense. And you forfeit your right to live when you threaten someone else's life. And that's exactly what happened. Rosenbaum, one of the dudes that was committing the attack on Kyle Rittenhouse, guy was a pedophile. He had slept with so many kids and then been into jail for it. And you have comments on YouTube putting all this sympathy for the victims and all this crap. Get out of the TV and get into reality, folks. Let's have a clear and realistic perspective on this. This has nothing to do with murdering innocent people. This was self-defense. It has nothing to do with race whatsoever, because he was defending himself from a mob. He didn't stop and say, oh, you're not white, you're not white, you're not white. It has nothing to do with anything. And again, you know, I am Mexican, Irish, Cherokee, and mulatto. I'm very pro-self-defense. I'm very pro-Second Amendment. I'm very pro-gun rights. Why? Because that right protects us all. It doesn't know a color. It's not like, oh, I'm not 100% Caucasian. Look, I've got brown in my skin. Oh, that means that guns, I'm allergic to them. No, there's no allergy to guns because you're a certain color. That is the stupidest argument from the left, and it needs to go. I am happy. Now, here's the thing that we need to consider. Two important considerations. Number one, that prosecutor is an absolute scumbag. That prosecutor did more damage than Kyle Rittenhouse did. That prosecutor had a rifle in a courtroom, pointing it at people, presumably people in the courtroom, with his finger on the trigger. That is disgustingly bad muzzle discipline. That guy needs to take a hunter safety course, and then after he's done with it, he needs to be thrown in jail for prosecutorial misconduct. Guy's a total dirtbag. Y'all need to investigate into him because he comes off very slimy, very squirrely. But, you know, if Kyle Rittenhouse ever watches this video, here's one thing I would say to you. I'm happy that you got off because you didn't do anything wrong. You know, God bless. I hope everything works out for you. But I'd strongly consider moving to another state, because the thing is, there are probably going to be a lot of people trying to dox you and your family. So I'd consider, if you had to, going somewhere else for a while just to let the media news cycle forget all about you. Then hopefully you move on with your normal life. That, or sue the hell out of the mainstream media for trying to paint you as a white supremacist, just like they did that guy who was in that argument with that Native American, you know, over some random issue. Sue, take your million, and move somewhere secluded. That's my personal opinion. But hey, what do you guys think? Take care, everyone. God bless.